Hello everyone. Today I want to introduce how to use move semantics in a C++ program. And here I wrote a example which is using iteration approach to implement the depth first search. First, let's look at the main function. I created a graph of 5 nodes using the new and the delete semantics. And so here I first define a node class, and if we go there, I'll just scroll above. So in this class I define two things. First one is the value of this class of node, and the second is the neighbor of the class node. And I also define a constructor which takes integer value and assign it to the value. And here I define 5 nodes, and then I push the neighbors of these 5 nodes here. And these are the implementation of the graph. And then I use an ordered map to check if the node has been visited or not. And after that, let's neglect these comments first, and I do a DFS iteration on the root node, which is A1, and I also put map as an argument for this function. And let's see what this function do. We don't need to worry about the details of this algorithm. We just need to know that over here I define a vector of integers, res, and after exploring this graph, I assign the value of each node to this res and return it. So res is just a temporary object defined in this function, and once this function is finished, the res is automatically released. But since I return res as a return value, and the DFS iteration function will give me a copy of the res function, of the res object. So what I can do is the DFS iteration gives me a R value. So as we know that any function return value is an R value, and we assign this R value to res. So res is an L value, so here we assign R value to L value. But how do we assign it? We use a copy assignment constructor to do that. So if we simply say vector int res equals to DFS iteration A1 and P, then this is a copy. This uses the copy assignment constructor. In detail, it means that a res object is copied from the return value of DFS iteration function. What if we want to use another way of doing it? We don't want to copy, make a copy, because copy is very expensive. Instead, we just do a move. That means that we just want the res to refer to the same memory location of the return value of the DFS iteration, and after that we just put the DFS iteration in an undefined state. So in this case, we just need to remember that it will save us some time when running the code. So this is what is implemented in C++ 11. Let's not do it this way. Let's do it the way of move semantics. And eventually we delete all these nodes because we no longer need them, and we release the memory. So today we talk about the move semantics, which is in contrast to the the most commonly used copy assignment constructor. So in the following videos, I will gradually help you improve the semantics and of your C++ code to help you improve your C++ skills to another level.